Hey everybody. I want to talk to you today about this thing called the Examen. And it's a way to experience God in your everyday life. Because sometimes we get frustrated. It's like, God, is where you at in this situation? Why aren't you speaking right now? And the problem is that God is always speaking. We're just not paying attention to him speaking. And the beauty of the Examen is that it's about discovering how God is already speaking in your life, that God has already been in the life that you lived, and we're looking for him, and he's already there. Because it's not just about what happens in those quiet moments, it's about learning to recognize God has been present in every moment of our life. The examen is a practice of daily reflection to review your day with God. It's not complicated, but don't be fooled by that. It's simple, but it's also very powerful. And at its core, it's about learning to pay attention, because when you learn to pay attention, you begin to see that God has already been speaking all along, all throughout your day. The examen is a way of looking back over your day, not just to remember those things that happened, but to recognize God's presence. And we'll learn in that God has been present not just in our big spiritual moments, but God has been present in all of our moments. He's been present in every conversation. He's been present in every frustration. He's been present in our small victories. He's even been present in our small everyday routines. Because nothing in our day is too small for God to be present in. The examen has 5 steps. So come on with me and let's start by inviting God in. Step 1, ask God for light. Let's invite God in. Let's ask, God, help me to see my day the way you see it. Because if we're honest, we often see things through our emotions, through our frustrations, through our stresses, through things that we assume. But this step helps us to change our perspective. You're now saying, Lord, give me your eyes that I can see the way you see. Step 2, give thanks. Let's just pause right here and give thanks to God for all that he has done. Let's give thanks to God for this day. This day wasn't promised to us. We weren't entitled to this day, but yet and still, through God's grace and mercy, we saw this day. So let's give thanks. Think about this day as a gift. Even if it wasn't perfect, there were still moments of grace. There was a kind word. There was a small breakthrough. There was strength to make it through a difficult situation. Gratitude changes your posture. It moves you from frustration to being aware of God's presence. Step 3, review the day. Now walk through your day. Not in a rushed way, but thoughtfully. And ask yourself, when did I feel closest to God in this day? When did I feel drained? When did I feel frustrated? Or when did I feel distant? And pay attention to your emotional place, because often they reveal what's happening spiritually. Sometimes God is in peace. Sometimes God is in tension, but he's always present. Step 4, face your shortcomings. Now here's where honesty comes in. Look at the moments where you lost it. Those moments that you went sideways. Those moments that you had the wrong attitude. Those moments that your reaction could have been different, or those times that you overreacted. Those moments when you had a decision to make, and when you look back on it, that was the wrong decision. And keep in mind, this is not to condemn yourself, but to be real before God. Growth requires truth. And God is not surprised about the things that you bring to him. This is where grace meets you. Step 5. Let's look ahead. Let's turn our attention towards tomorrow. Ask, where will I need God in this next day? Will I run into a difficult conversation? Will I have a stressful task? Will I have a decision to make? Invite God into what's coming. And see, now you won't be just reacting. You're now preparing. And here's what makes the Examen so powerful. It takes the idea that God is only in spiritual moments, and it teaches us that God is in your meetings, God is in your errands, God is in your waiting, God is in your everyday life. And when you begin to see that, your whole day becomes a place of encounter. So here's the challenge. Take 10 to 15 minutes and walk through these 5 steps. And just watch what happens when you begin to notice what you've been overlooking. Because God hasn't been absent, he's been present. You just needed a way to see him. So, all right, take care. God bless.